Some companies are giving their employees the choice to treat today as a normal working day and trade it for another day off instead. It's a move that does reflect the change in the feeling about this holiday for some Australians. Intrepid Travel is one of those companies. Leigh is the Chief Customer Officer and he joins me now. Thanks for your time. So you're offering this to your staff. Why have you made this move?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Why we've made this move is it was from feedback from our staff. We've seen a shift in sentiment from our people over the last couple of years. And as a certified B Corp, we take on board the feedback and input from our customers, our partners and our suppliers. And first off, our people were starting to say they're uneasy about January 26. And we also heard from a lot of our First Nations partner, obviously being a travel provider. We have a lot of, on the ground community-based tourism products that are out there. And we heard from our First Nations partners as well. There's obviously a lot of trauma and pain associated with the date. So we just took that on board, looked at that, and we really wanted to give our staff the opportunity to work or not work on the date. Obviously, really to give them an opportunity to learn, educate and reflect. But also, if they did want to have the date, they were still comfortable to take the day off and have the national holiday.
And how do you make sure that latter option doesn't become one? Because I know you've spoken about many or most of your employees taking up the option, working on Australia Day, taking another day off. So how do you make sure those people that want to take the day off, and there's many different reasons to do so, but they want to take the day off, are not becoming almost ostracised, or there doesn't build up a bit of peer pressure to work on that day and take another day off?
Yeah, currently we have staff taking the day off for a number of reasons, whether it's to celebrate, attend rallies, childcare, family scenarios, a range of different reasons. And as a company that holds many values, we are open to have a diverse range of people work here. So we really try and ensure and give our staff the option to say, hey, if you're comfortable and you would prefer to take the day off, there is no stigma attached to that. What we're saying is we really want you to have the choice. And because of that choice, it's an opportunity to learn and reflect. So even if you do take the holiday, it's just an opportunity to learn more about our First Nations, learn more about our Intrepid's reconciliation journey. So we really give our staff and focus on that choice. And there's a number of different reasons why someone would like that holiday off, ranging from family, work, etc. So really trying by highlighting it's a choice and just really talking to our values as an organisation.
It's becoming a day where already, I mean, in the past few years, it's gone from people just talking about celebrating to reflecting and for mourning for First Australians, talk about that as well. Is it important to sort of monitor how this day sort of unfolds, and if it genuinely changes and more people feel included by Australia Day and Indigenous Australians in particular, you might revisit and say, look, everyone can have the day off. It now seems to be a day that a lot more Australians feel as though they are included?
Yeah, well, I think that's what we've done here. It's really working on the sentiment with our partners and our people. You know, they changed rapidly, and we've seen this particular issue change drastically over the last couple of years, and we'll continue to manage the sentiment and the feedback from our partners. So, yeah, whatever happens over that time, we are flexible, but I think what we'll see, just full stop, is more flexibility around how we work with our staff and our people as organisations. I think there'll be a number of other ways this flexibility comes through. So, yeah, we'll continue to consult. We have a number of platforms where we do that, both with our people and our partners, and continue to revisit our stance around January 26.
You mentioned flexibility. So what about other public holidays? Could employees opt to work on them and bank their leave so you can take whole weeks off instead of the sort of 10, 12, 13 days of public holidays each year?
Yeah, it's something we haven't explored as an organisation at the moment. We certainly don't have a stance on that, but I think it's something that we'll see, just given how much the workforce has shifted in the last 2 years and how important flexibility and different values and all that sort of stuff has changed drastically over those 2 years. So we don't, as an organisation, have any particular plans or stance on that, but I'm just seeing, I think, how the employer-people relationship continuing to change and giving that flexibility. I think that different models like that will happen in the future.
Yeah, well, for us in the media, of course, we're used to working through these days, but you do get a bit more leave at the end of the year, so it has its upside. Leigh, thanks for your time today.
Thanks so much.